Hello everyone, and welcome to another marvelous chess game by Paul Morphy. And this is round 4, the fourth game between Paul Morphy and Loewenthal, the series of matches. The winner will be the first player who scores the 9th win, and Paul Morphy is leading with 2 points. Paul Morphy is 2.5 points, and Loewenthal only has half points because of the first drawn game. So this game was played in July 23. This is round 4. The game was played in London in 1858. So Paul Morphy is playing with the white pieces and Loewenthal has the black pieces. And Loewenthal needs to win. Otherwise, it's going to be extremely difficult for Loewenthal for making a comeback. Anyway, so Paul Morphy starts the game with playing e4, e5, f4 king's gambit declined, knight to f3, d6, c3, bishop to g4, bishop to e2 unpinning the knight. Loewenthal captures the knight. Paul Morphy captures back with the bishop, knight to c6, b4, bishop goes back, b5, attacking the knight, knight from c to e7, d4, e takes on f4, bishop takes on f4, knight to g6, saving the bishop, knight to f6, knight to d2, developing the knight. And both players castled, h6 by Loewenthal, preventing bishop to g5, a4, threatening to play a5, c6, allowing bishop to escape, queen to e2, rook to e8, queen to d3 by Paul Morphy, d5, e5, gaining the space in the board. So far, everything looks marvelous for Paul Morphy. Again, Paul Morphy is playing flawless. So knight to d7, bishop to h5, rook to e6. After rook to e6 by Loewenthal, Paul Morphy played a5, attacking the bishop, so bishop to c7. It's white to move. And can you guess the next move of Paul Morphy? What would you do in this position if you had the white pieces? Paul Morphy sees everything, and he saw the weakness of Loewenthal, and he played a very beautiful move. So can you guess that move? There's a very beautiful tactical shot for white. Well, if you're ready, Paul Morphy played rook takes on f7, sacrificing the rook. Well, Loewenthal captures the rook, king takes on f7. What else? And then Paul Morphy played queen to f5. That's check. Also attacking the knight. And Loewenthal decided to defend his rook. He played king to e7, but then bishop takes on g6. Well, Paul Morphy sacrificed the exchange for the killer attack and for the one extra pawn. And obviously, Paul Morphy is threatening checkmate, queen to f7. Black needs to defend. So Loewenthal played queen to g8. Bishop to f2 by Paul Morphy. Why Paul Morphy played bishop to f2? Of course, he wants to play bishop to h4. And that is a very unpleasant move for black. That's why Loewenthal desperately played knight takes on e5. What a desperate, what a pathetic move. Well, Paul Morphy captures back the knight. But let's take it back. If, let's say, a6, then bishop to h4, one of the only defense is with the knight or with the rook. So the most logical one, knight to f6, b takes on c6, rook to b8, e takes on f6, that's check, pawn takes pawn, bishop takes on f6, and let's say if rook takes bishop, then we have queen to d7, and queen takes bishop also attacking the rook. This is over for black. And if king to d8, trying to defend the king, trying to escape. And we have these possible continuation, these possible moves. And as you can see, black is losing. And this is getting crushed for black. Anyway, let's get back to the game. So you get the picture. Why Paul Morphy played bishop to f2. That's why we have knight takes on e5, a desperate move by Loewenthal. D takes on e5. Rook to f8, attacking the queen. Well, I have to say, it doesn't look good for black. And as I told you before in the beginning of the video, Loewenthal needs to win. Otherwise, if Paul Morphy wins this game, Paul Morphy is going to lead with 3 points. And that must be so nerve-wracking for black. Loewenthal needs to do something. Otherwise, he's going to lose the match. Well, Paul Morphy played bishop to c5. That's check. After rook to f8. Rook to f8 was already a weak move. But there is not much of choice for Loewenthal. Rook to f8 was a desperate move. King to d8 and Paul Morphy captures the rook. Rook takes on e5. Queen to f2. Loewenthal played queen to e6. Well, Paul Morphy is a knight. And the bishop up. And of course Paul Morphy is getting back his rook. And materially and also positionally, black needs to resign. This is completely dead for black. After queen to e6, we have b6 by Paul Morphy. A takes on b6. Pawn takes pawn. Queen takes bishop. B takes on c7, that's check. King takes on c7. Rook to b1 by Paul Morphy. And Loewenthal resigns. This is the last position of the game. What a game by Paul Morphy. Paul Morphy has 2 extra pieces in a winning position. And there is no hope left for black. That's why Loewenthal resigned. And I also believe that there is no need to show you the possible moves after this position. So white has 2 extra pieces. And this is losing for black. That's why after move 31, Loewenthal resigned. And what a crushing defeat for Loewenthal. Probably these kinds of losses is also demoralizing Loewenthal. And probably Loewenthal demoralized after this game. Everything is collapsing for Loewenthal. Paul Morphy is leading with 3 extra points. Paul Morphy is now 3.5 points. And Loewenthal only has half points. So I see you guys next time in round 5 against Morphy and Loewenthal. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. And I hope to see you next time. Take care and bye bye for now.